Okay, we are in the attic and we are all the way here in the back part of the house. Okay, one thing I can tell you is I checked all your hurricane strapping that I had access to. And here above the rear patio, if you hone in there, you can actually see the strap connection at the wall, at the concrete masonry wall to the truss. I've got some photographs and some close-up shots from above the garage, but basically what I'm doing here is just verifying above the rear porch that I've got the same strapping type and that they're nailed the same way here at the back of the home as I have above the garage. And as I'm looking around back here, one thing that I did make a note of when I walked inside was that there is an attic access panel in the master closet. You do not need to open that because you can really get the entire attic from the garage access. Now I am looking right now, as you're watching, above the master bedroom and bathroom. Okay, what you're seeing is the attic is very well insulated. It's probably about R38. In fact, on the attic card it says it's R38. There's a measuring stick there and I'm verifying the depth. Definitely appears to be R38. And looking around, as a supplement to your attic insulation, they've installed a radiant heat barrier. That's the silver here that is on the roof deck. So although I don't have physical access to the roof deck, I felt it under my feet while I was on the roof, and I'm looking here for any inconsistencies while we're inside the attic. The radiant heat barrier limits the amount of heat that's penetrating into the attic space, which definitely is a supplemental benefit to the attic insulation. Also in the attic, as we're coming around here, you can see your ductwork. Okay, I'm looking at ductwork throughout the attic as we go. The reason I'm able to hold this camera pretty steadily as I'm walking through your attic is because I'm actually able to walk on the rafters, which is definitely helpful. I don't have to really walk into the insulation. And that's why I say you don't really need to access the attic from any other place other than the garage. Earlier I said I was going to check all of your penetrations, and that's what I'm doing here. This is one of the roof vent penetrations that we saw when we were on the roof. And I did verify that there is a duct connected to the vent we mentioned earlier that runs above the kitchen. And again, as we continue to go through the attic space, you can see the ductwork, you can see the insulation, you can see the roof deck, all the framing. Everything actually looks very good. Now there is one section here that I'm going to just have to put you down for a second to get through. And then we'll be back on track, okay? As I come back through the attic space, what you're seeing where that light is the garage access. That's how I got up here. And on a final note, there is that duct that goes to the vent, which we saw that I stated earlier was above the kitchen. Okay, another thing that we did notice as well is the drywall in the building. The places where I have access to labeling indicate that it is American made. It's not an issue these days in 2015, but a lot of people still ask me, so naturally we do verify what we can. All right, thank you very much.